Good Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up today. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and today, in an Entertainment Spotlight, you're being part of my conversation with actor Michael Teh. Enjoy today's program. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with their Tuesday headlines. In national news, 699 new coronavirus-related cases added to Mississippi, but no additional deaths reported. The Mississippi State Department of Health reported 699 new COVID-19 cases and no additional COVID-19 related deaths on Monday. There have now been 143,879 COVID-19 cases in the Magnolia State and 3,676 coronavirus-related deaths since the first COVID-19 case was confirmed in Mississippi on March the 11th. In a related story, millions stick to Thanksgiving travel plans despite warnings. About 1 million Americans a day packed airports and planes over the weekend, even as coronavirus deaths surge across the United States and public health experts beg people to stay home and avoid big Thanksgiving gatherings. The crowds are only expected to grow. Next Sunday is likely to be the busiest day of the holiday period. To be sure, the number of people flying for Thanksgiving is down by more than half from last year because of the rapidly worsening outbreak. However, the 3 million who went through U.S. airport checkpoints from Friday through Sunday marked the biggest crowd since mid-March when the COVID-19 crisis took hold in the United States. Many travelers are unwilling to miss out on seeing family and are convinced they can do it safely. Also, many colleges have ended their in-person classes, propelling students to return home. Last week, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention urged Americans not to travel or spend the holiday with people outside their household. New cases of the virus in the U.S. have skyrocketed to all-time highs, averaging more than 170,000 per day, and deaths have soared to over 1,500 a day, the highest level since the spring. The virus is now blamed for more than 250,000 deaths in the United States alone and over 12 million confirmed infections. In more COVID-19 news, third COVID-19 vaccine shows promise even as cases soar. Pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca said that late-stage trials showed its coronavirus vaccine was up to 90% effective, giving public health officials hope they may soon have access to a vaccine that is cheaper and easier to distribute than some of its rivals. AstraZeneca is the third major drug company to report encouraging news in recent weeks as the world anxiously waits for scientific breakthroughs that will bring an end to the pandemic that has wrought economic devastation and resulted in nearly 1.4 million confirmed deaths worldwide. In business news, GM flips to California's side in pollution fight with Trump. General Motors says it will no longer support the Trump administration in legal efforts to end California's right to set its own clean air standards. The CEO said in a letter on Monday to environmental groups that GM will pull out of the lawsuit and it urges other lawmakers to do so as well. The CEO says the company agrees with President-elect Joe Biden's plan to expand electric vehicle use. Last week, GM said it is testing a new battery chemistry that will bring electric vehicles' costs down to those of gas-powered vehicles within 5 years. The CEO sent the letter after a Monday morning conversation with Mary Nichols, head of California's Air Resources Board, the company said. The board is the state's air pollution regulator. In more business news, stocks rise on Wall Street on latest hopes for virus vaccine. Stocks closed higher on Wall Street Monday after investors received several pieces of encouraging news on COVID-19 vaccines and treatments, tempering concerns over rising virus cases and business restrictions. The benchmark S&P 500 index rose 0.6%, led by banks, industrial companies, and other businesses that have been beaten down by the virus. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 244 points, or 0.8%, to go up to 29,507 as of the afternoon on Monday. And finally, in entertainment news, Taylor Swift wins top prize at AMAs, says she's re-recording music. Taylor Swift won her third consecutive Artist of the Year prize at the American Music Awards, but she missed the show for a good reason. She said she's busy re-recording her early music after her catalog was sold. In a video that aired during Sunday's awards show, the pop star said, "The reason I'm not there tonight is I'm actually re-recording all of my old music in the studio where we originally recorded it. so it's been amazing, and I can't wait for you to hear it. Swift beat off Bieber, Post Malone, and others to win the top award. She also won Favorite Music Video and Favorite Pop Rock Female Artist, winning 3 honors and tying Bieber and The Weeknd for most wins on Sunday. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, it's all yours.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Energy is a magnifier. Energy is a magnifier that can attract like energies while repelling unlike energy. Just like the scientific principles explaining magnetism, like energy attracts like and repels unlike energy. Many of your reactions to people and circumstances are based on unconscious reactions to their energies. You may even be able to tune into the energy of a situation you are facing. This can help you to make a decision about how to proceed. With careful practice and meditation, you can learn to sense the energy within other living things, especially yourself. You can become attuned to how other people's energy affects you. You can also learn how you are affected by the energy of non-living things. Today, become attuned to how you are impacted by different kinds of energy. And enjoy your day.
Michael Teh is our guest for Entertainment Spotlight today. You're listening to Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Actor Michael Teh joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about the year that's been 2020. You've recently seen him bringing the character Vincent to life on the hit show on NBC, Days of Our Lives. Here's part of our conversation. What has it been like for you, Michael, to kind of reflect on this year and the things that have come your way?
Well, I feel a bit guilty, actually, because with the pandemic going on, there's so many people suffering and so many people unemployed. And obviously, because of the pandemic, I've had many, many months of being unemployed myself. But before the pandemic and at the beginning of the year, I'd probably had my busiest period as an actor. And I have been on a cross-seasonal arc playing a villain on Days of Our Lives. And then I got really close to a series regular role on an Amazon show, The Wilds. I made Final 3, but instead got a consolation smaller role. And I was in New Zealand early in the year shooting that. So I do feel relatively blessed compared to many these days.
So what has that been like? Because I know you've gotten, a crazy response this year because of Days, but what has it been like for you to have people tell you how much they enjoy your work?
Well, I just feel like it's when you're an actor, and it's so hard for most actors to get work, that I just feel like it's an absolute blessing whenever we do get the work. And I think during a pandemic, when so many people are locked in their homes or staying home a lot more, I think that it's really become apparent that art is an essential.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to Tuesday's edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be with you guys on tomorrow with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host Cyrus Webb saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.